What have you done for me lately? You'll notice earlier I was wearing this hat when I did the last video. My girlfriend pointed out how much cat hair's on it. It doesn't show if I sit up and keep the brim up though. Um, so Florida fires Gerard Gallant. Um, Gerard Gallant had an unsuccessful run in Columbus, and his run in Florida is over. Tom Rowe takes over. Um, Tom Rowe, if I remember correctly, let me go take a look here. This would be really, really weird if that's what I think it is. And you guys can yell out the answer all you want, but I can't hear you because this is going to be uploaded after I've done this. Yeah, Tom Rowe, I assume it's the same guy, played for the Hartford Whalers. I'm psychic. I'm psychic. I had no idea until somebody posted on Spicy Poke Check. Gave me the scoop that Gerard Gallant had been fired. Gallant's a decent coach. Let's see what they have to say in here. Gerard Gallant was named the 13th coach of the Florida Panthers on June 21st, 2014. In his second season with Florida, he guided the team to a club record 47 wins and 103 points for a first-place finish. Under Gallant, Florida won a franchise record 12 games in a row from December 15, 2015 to January 10th, 2016, which was the longest streak in NHL history for a team that had missed the playoffs the previous season. Gallant finished as runner-up in voting for the 2016 Jack Adams Award as Coach of the Year, an award which routinely sees a coach get fired after they win it. Gallant, who at one time was a head coach of the Columbus Blue Jackets, spent the previous 2 years before coming to Florida as an assistant coach with the Montreal Canadiens, helping them advance to the postseason each year, including the 2014 Eastern Conference Finals. During his 2 years as an assistant coach, Montreal posted a 75, 42, and 13 mark, including their first 100-point season since 2007-2008. Before coaching in Montreal, Gallant spent 3 seasons as the head coach of the St. John Sea Dogs of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. During his 3 seasons with St. John, he led the Sea Dogs to 3 first-place finishes, 3 final appearances, 2 QMJHL championships, and 1 Memorial Cup title in 2011. Gallant was also named QMJHL and Canadian Hockey League Coach of the Year in 2010 and 2011. Jonathan Huberdeau of the Panthers played all 3 years under Gallant and served as team captain of the Sea Dogs during the 11-12 season. A native of Summerside, PEI, Gallant was selected by Detroit in the 6th round of the 1981 draft. He played 615 games for Detroit and in Tampa Bay, registering 480 points and 1,674 penalty minutes. Gallant recorded 4 70-plus point seasons, including his most successful year in 88-89, when he registered a career-high 93 points. That was the 80s. The 80s, you could get 80 points, 90 points, 100 points, and was selected as an NHL second-team All-Star. So there you go. What have you done for me lately, Gerard Gallant? And he's out of a job. Tom Rowe takes over as coach. I'm guessing interim. Other news, and I did mean to mention this as well. Rumor has it the Canucks are trying to hammer out a long-term deal for Bo Horvat. My guess is Horvat will get $4.5 to $5 million a year. After they gave Ben Hutton a lot of money, and over a 2-year period. So it's a bridge contract, boys and girls. It's one of those contracts that I was told don't exist anymore. Contract that I said is a good idea. Horvat's not going to be a bridge contract. My guess is it's going to be a 5 or 6 year deal. I'm guessing 5 years, 25 or 30 million. Horvat's having a really good year, but there is a red flag. The red flag is that he has a very high shooting percentage, which means that's probably going to even out. And he's probably going to have a harder time scoring goals later on than he's had to this point in the season. The point then becomes, can he have the line mates he needs to get a lot of assists to keep his points per game at where it is right now, which is 0.67? Odds are probably not. That being said, Horvat is my favorite player. I'd like to see the Canucks keep him for the right price. I have a bad feeling that Benning will overpay him. Benning seems to have a penchant for overpaying guys, whether it's Lucas Visa or Brandon Sutter. Guys get more money than they would on the free market from Benning, it seems. and we'll see what happens. The Ben Hutton deal was fine. Hutton's a good defenseman. I think people overestimate Hutton's ceiling. Hutton came in as a finished product. Hutton didn't come in as an 18-year-old, and so he's more what you're going to get than say a Hugh Levy will be when he comes in probably next year. Um, but yeah, so in Florida's case, I'm kind of surprised to see Gallant get fired. He hasn't had a full roster to play with. I feel for the guy. He's the scapegoat. It's easier to scapegoat the coach than it is to actually, I don't know, fix what's wrong with the team. The expectations on Florida are extremely high this year. That 103-point season was supposed to be a starting point. They were supposed to get more points this year. According to analytics and advanced stats, the team is supposed to be fantastic. I am not saying one way or the other anything about it. It's just clearly the brain trust in Florida believes very highly in these advanced stats, and they believe that through analytics, they've created a team that should contend for a Stanley Cup. And because 22 games into the season, they're 500, they are not happy. So we'll see if there's a change for the better for Florida, but it doesn't look overly promising. We'll put it that way. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. So that's the news of the day. The Canucks looking to keep Horvat, and the Panthers looking for a new head coach. Who do you think is going to take over as the head coach from Florida? It's not going to be Tom Rowe. Despite my Hartford, Florida thing I got going on here, it's a total quinky dink. I had no idea what was going on. I just wanted to wear my favorite jersey, which is Hartford, other than my yellow Canucks, but Hartford's my second favorite jersey. And this hat I just found in a box somewhere and decided, hey, that looks cool because it's got the blue panther there. So, anyways, that's it for me for tonight. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think. If you've been watching Florida games, I've watched some. They didn't look overly inspired, but like I said, they've been playing shorthanded all year. Losing Huberdeau is a major hole in the lineup, and now that Huberdeau is getting ready to come back, whoever comes in as coach is automatically a Jack Adams potential because he can come in and the Panthers will reel off a bunch of wins with Huberdeau leading the way, and all of a sudden he looks like a genius. It's happened before. Like I said, the Jack Adams Award for Coach of the Year is a jinx. The guy who wins it is probably going to find himself out of work within the next few years. Um, I would turn it down if I was a coach. Well, not necessarily, but I'd think about it. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're passing through. And it'll be interesting to see how these things shake out. Do the Panthers get a good head coach? Do they just get a replacement for now and then look into it next year? I doubt it because there's a lot riding on this season. And they've paid a lot of money to these players that are not getting the wins right now. Like I said, they're not playing with a full deck, so I feel bad for the coach. And how much do you think Horvat gets? Does he get fair money? Fair value for what Bo Horvat's done to this point in his career would be maybe 4.25 million a year over a 4-year term. But it's Benning, so it's going to be at least 6. And it's Benning, so it's going to be probably 5 million a year. You look at Brandon Sutter, he's getting 4.5 million, and I like Sutter as a player, but he's not a $4.5 million player to me. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will be back again tomorrow with more stuff to talk about. We're moving the dressers around and moving the cats around and whatnot. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all again soon.